Dear students, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, based on the time zone at presently you are staying. First of all, I welcome all of you for our YouTube channel. You know very well, I am Selvamani Krishnamurthy, who is sitting in front of you. This is Machine Learning video lesson number 1. So my humble request is, better before proceed this lesson, all of you please watch our data science video lessons. All the data science video lesson, please watch as well as practice the practicals what I gave. Then only it will be easy for you to proceed with machine learning. Otherwise, you will feel somewhat difficult. So try to watch all data science video lesson what I posted before. Then we can proceed with machine learning. Okay. So now in this lesson, that is machine learning video lesson number 1. What we are going to learn? Just introduction about machine learning. That means how the machine learning program is differ from conventional or traditional programming. Then where is the need for machine learning? How machine learning differs from data science? What are the classifications of machine learning and what are they? That is what we are going to study in this lesson. So as usual, I like to share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all. See, this is machine learning for beginners, lesson number 1. Topic is introduction to machine learning. Okay, see, so here, first let us see what is the difference between data science, data analysis, and machine learning. In simple term, I will explain. Data science is like a detective. What we are doing in data science? As a data scientist, we are collecting the data, organizing the data, and understanding the data. So data scientist involves collecting, organizing, and understanding the data. Then what do you mean by data analysis? Data analysis is like a storyteller. Based on the data analyst should tell what is the trend, how to visualize the data. So data analyst is examine the data which is collected by data scientist. Examine the data and find the trend and create data visualization so that it will be easy for others to understand the trend. That is data analyst job. Then what is the exact meaning of machine learning? Machine learning is like a smart AI assistant. How we are using smart assistant? Same way. So machine learning is like a smart assistant who learns from experience and better over the time. In machine learning, instead of telling computer what to do, we give some examples and system learns on its own. It is called as machine learning. So machine learning is like a smart assistant. It learns from the experience. In machine learning, we are not selling anything to computer what to do. Instead, we gave some examples. Based on the example, system understand and learn in its own. This is what machine learning. Now, what is the exact difference between conventional programming and machine learning programming? See the one block diagram, input plus program equal to output. This is conventional programming. In conventional programming, we are giving input to the program. Both input as well as program will work to produce the output. conventional programming refers to any manually created program, just like a Java, Python. Okay, it involves manually created program. That program gets some input, runs on the computer, and produces the output. Is it clear? This is conventional program. Okay, manually created program uses input data, runs on a computer to produce the output. For example, how we can convert Celsius to Fahrenheit? Three steps are involved. Take input as Celsius. Apply one formula. I hope you know very well what is the formula to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So conversion formula for Fahrenheit equal to Celsius multiplied by 1.8 plus 32. Am I right? That is why formula is there. Fahrenheit equal to Celsius multiplied by 1.8 plus 32. Then print the output. That is what? Take the input in the form of Celsius, apply one formula, print the output. In this, we are telling the computer what to do on the input data. What we are telling the computer? Multiply Celsius with 1.8 and then add 32 to obtain the value in Fahrenheit as a output. We are telling the computer what to do to produce the output. This is conventional programming. Okay, what about machine learning program? In this, in previous case, we are giving input plus program equal to output. Now see, input plus output equal to program. Input plus output, that means input also we are giving the system, output also we are going to receive the system. So machine learning is an automated process where programmer feeds input plus output to the computer. Both we need to give. Programmer need to feed the input plus output to the computer. And the computer generates the algorithm. Computer generates the algorithm. In before case, computer generates the output. In this case, input, output, both we are feeding to the computer. Computer generates the algorithm to find the output. Okay. So machine learning is the automated process where the programmer feeds the input plus the output to the computer, and the computer itself generates the algorithm as to how the output was achieved. Okay, this is machine learning. For example, to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, in machine learning involves feed lot of values in Celsius. For example, in this case, I am feeding minus 40, minus 10, 0, 8, 15, 22, 38. These are the values input in Celsius. Feed the corresponding Fahrenheit values. These are the output. That means if Fahrenheit Celsius is minus 40 means its Fahrenheit also minus 40. If Celsius minus 10 means its Fahrenheit is 14. If Celsius 0 means Fahrenheit is 32. So 46, 59, 72, 100. We are giving set of inputs. We are giving set of outputs. Pass these two set of values, input plus output, to the machine learning algorithm. We are passing input as well as output to the machine learning algorithm. Now ask the machine learning program to predict or convert any other Celsius value. For example, 200. 200 we didn't give to program before. So 200 in Celsius to Fahrenheit. The program, machine learning program, will tell the value as answer. That is 392. That means what? In machine learning, we are passing set of inputs as well as set of outputs. Okay. Then we ask machine learning program to predict or convert any other input which is not fed before. The program will tell the correct answer or output. This is what machine learning. Okay, good. Now, types of machine learning. Machine learning mainly classified into two categories: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Machine learning broadly classified into two categories: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Again, supervised learning is classified into two categories: classification and regression. In same way, unsupervised learning is also classified into two categories, clustering and anomaly detection. So machine learning classified into supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning again classified into classification and regression. Unsupervised learning again classified into clustering and anomaly. Okay. Now let us see some example how supervised learning is working. Okay, how supervised learning is working. See, in this diagram, known data, this is called as input. Known response, this is called as output. As a input, we are giving some of the pictures of apple. As a output, we are giving these are apples. Okay, we are giving known data as a input, known response as a output to the system. Now we are giving new photo of apple to the system. Okay, before that system understand this is apple, it clearly understand. When we give new photo of apple, now it clearly demonstrate, displays it is an apple as a output. In supervised learning, we have to give input, we have to give output. The system trained based on the input as well as output. Now we are giving new input to the system. System clearly understand and displays it is an apple as a output. This is supervised learning. See, a supervised learning algorithm learns from labeled training data. This training data involves data with output. Labeled data means input as well as output. Don't forget, whenever I said labeled data means input and output. Here, label means output. You need to understand. Okay. So in this case, this apple photo, 3 apple photo are called as input. These are apple. This is called as label. Okay. So supervised learning algorithm learns from labeled training data, that is input with output. And then it becomes ready to predict the output for unforeseen data input, that is new input. First, we have to train the data with the input and output. Then the system is ready to predict the output for the unknown input. That you need to understand. Example, you provide data that contains photo of apple as input and mention these are the apple as output to the system. We need to provide collections of photos of apple as a input. And then we need to give these are the apple as a output to the system. This is called labeled data. Input with output. Labeled data means input with output. The model learns from the labeled data, input as well as output. And next time, if you give any new other apple photo, it will clearly say it is apple. This is called supervised learning. What about unsupervised learning? Here, no labeled data. We are giving collections of photos or only input. We are giving only input, collections of input. The system itself classify or grouping the data into several groups. Okay, see in this case, we are giving some fruits photos. Some fruits are apple, some fruits are mango, some fruits are avocado. Okay, all photos of fruits we are giving. System group based on the fruit color, based on the size. It groups all apples separately, all mangoes separately, all avocado separately. This is called as unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, only inputs are given, no outputs. Okay, the inputs are grouped as different groups. This is called as output. Now let us see. In unsupervised learning, we don't need to supply labeled data. Labeled data means input with output. System itself assembles unsorted information based on the resemblance or similarity, patterns, and variants without any training of data. In supervised learning, we are training the data with the help of input and output. In unsupervised learning, there is no training. We are giving only inputs. Okay. It understands the resemblance or patterns and the variance of the input. It group as a grouping. Example, you provide unlabeled data, no output, only input. Photos of different kinds of fruit to the system. The system will look for the pattern in the form of shape, color, and size in the input data. Then group the fruits based on this pattern. This is called unsupervised learning. Okay. Today, let me stop here itself. Now we have some basic concepts of machine learning, how the machine learning different from data science, and then what we mean by machine learning, how we can differ machine learning from conventional programming, what are the classifications of machine learning, what do you mean by supervised machine learning, what do you mean by unsupervised machine learning. In next lesson, let us study something extra. Until then, thank you, student. Have a nice good day. Bye-bye. See you.